Our top story tonight, a call for drivers to be more cautious on the roads after a number of deadly crashes involving motorcyclists. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Annette Montgomery. Two of those deadly crashes happened in Madison. Fox 61's Celine Arif has more on what police have now revealed about those incidents.
Here in Madison, police say a concerning pattern is emerging after two deadly motorcycle crashes in just weeks. Now they're urging drivers to slow down, stay alert, and share the road. Last week, we told you a Rhode Island man crashed his motorcycle on I-95 in Madison after police say he was traveling fast and hit the back of a car. And on Tuesday, police say another motorcycle driver died in a crash, this time at the corner of Durham Road and Overbrook Road, where the road was closed for hours. Police haven't shared what caused this week's crash.
In a motorcycle, they should be more concerned about the traffic. And because everybody in the car, sometimes they pay attention to the motorcycle.
Joe Ferreira says he notices a lot of speeding this time of year, and he worries for people on bikes. May is nationally recognized as Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month, and the state says more than 50 motorcyclists lose their lives on Connecticut roads each year.
My son rides a motorcycle and teaches motorcycle safety. So I think they're a little more dangerous than being in the car, but I think you have to be hyper aware and take the necessary classes to be safe.
Deborah McDonald says while it's up to motorcycle drivers to watch out for themselves on the road, other drivers also have to work with them to prevent crashes.
It is more dangerous. You have to be more careful. And drivers need to understand that too and give them a lot of leeway.
Madison Police Captain Jeremy York says they highly encourage motorcyclists to wear helmets, protective gear, and reflective clothes when going for a ride. Between summertime increased traffic, tourism, and road construction, he says driving conditions get more unpredictable and can lead to more deaths if people aren't careful. Right now, police haven't released the identity of the victim from Tuesday's crash while they work to notify the next of kin. In Madison, Celine Arif, Fox 61.
Happening right now, Connecticut is launching an investigation into the gaming platform Roblox. Attorney General William Tong says the investigation comes after widespread reports of child endangerment. Fox 61's Jamel Johnson shares more about the investigation and the impacts that could come from it.
For many kids, Roblox is a part of their daily routines, but serious questions are being asked about what's really happening on the platform. With safety concerns at the forefront now, Connecticut officials are stepping in to take a closer look.
Roblox has become a predator's playground.
In a sharply worded statement Wednesday, Attorney General William Tong believes Roblox is a pedophile playground. According to Tong, they're looking to uncover what the company knew about child exploitation, if they profited from it, and what they've done to protect kids online. John Powers, Director of Digital Content Creation and Strategy Program at Quinnipiac, weighed in on the investigation so far.
In the past, a lot of times these big companies would just say, hey, we just provide the platform and we're not responsible for what someone is doing, saying, etc. This is an interesting situation because you have a platform that is, geared towards, in many ways, younger people with gaming and that kind of community.
After the investigation was launched, Roblox Chief Safety Officer Matt Kaufman said the company is committed to children's safety online, noting Roblox has built a multi-layered safety system that includes pioneering safeguards to help protect users. Kaufman said Roblox recently just became the first gaming platform to require age verification to use chat features, and younger users are now limited to chatting with similar ages.
All the social networks or the gaming networks like this need to have verifiable age identifiers. It was very easy for someone under whatever the age was at the time to get onto Facebook or Instagram to just make an account and put in the wrong birthday.
Many parents we spoke with don't even allow their children on Roblox today. Marlena McCandlish, a mother of 3, didn't want to go on camera, but did tell us, quote, "I don't think Roblox tries to create a predatory environment, but I don't think they want to take responsibility for when things do happen. Parents like us should know that no matter what, platforms are going to have an influence on your child, and we have to take responsibility for what they're doing."
It's like dropping your kids off back in the old days, at the mall or at the arcade. And would you want to know what they were doing and who else was there and that sort of thing? So it's in the same way, it's similar here. with the online world.
Several other state officials have joined the stance of Attorney General Tong, like Senator Paul Cicarella and Representative David Rudigliano, citing the need for parents to know what their children are doing on a so-called safe platform. In Hartford, Jamel Johnson, Fox 61.
Hi, Jamel, thank you. Time for a look at the weather here. First up here at 6 o'clock. Got to enjoy a little bit of sunshine there, but it's cooling back down now, starting with some rain outside right now. Meteorologist Sam Sampiri is here with what we can expect. Sam?
That's right, Brent. We got it pouring right over our studio here, right in downtown Hartford. There's a live shot. Heavy rain. You got the traffic going on. And I hope everybody here has rolled up the windows. Yeah, it's 83, but those temperatures are dropping like a rock. Looking at live Doppler, it's not much, but it doesn't take much. All you need is one big heavy cell. And here we are, right in downtown Hartford, and it is coming down in buckets right now. I don't see any lightning strikes. Don't hear any thunder outside the studio, but, you know, this cell, it's going to continue to move to the south here, and there could be a clap of thunder or maybe even a lightning strike as it continues to move south and southeast. The good news is there's nothing behind it. This is just an isolated storm. Temperatures right now are in the 70s and 80s, where it rained already, 78. It's probably dropping down about 75 right now in Hartford. The winds are not too bad. Visibility actually went back up in Windsor Locks, down in Hartford. Overnight, any showers end early. Otherwise, partly cloudy, lows down in the 50s. And tomorrow we'll have a couple of sprinkles, much cooler, upper 60s to lower 70s. Coming up, I'll detail Friday and the weekend. Is there any more chances of showers, and is there any warm-up in sight? Details coming up in a few minutes, guys.
All right, Sam, thank you. Well, after a protest at an ICE facility in New Jersey, the Department of Homeland Security says they're considering a drastic step to tone down the demonstrations.
And that threat now has the attention of the travel industry as we're less than a month away from the World Cup. Caroline Elliott explains.
Everybody remain calm. The Department of Homeland Security sending a stern warning to sanctuary cities after the latest protests outside an ICE facility in New Jersey. DHS Secretary Markwayne Mullin renewed a threat to block international travel into cities that aren't cooperating with ICE.
They're barricading our employees from coming in and out of the facility. Then why are we processing international flights into the airport there?
Protests continued Tuesday in New Jersey at Delaney Hall after a reported hunger strike over rotting food.
A detainee handed me a carton of milk, and I looked at it, and it was just congealed solid. I mean, it was absolutely disgusting.
Mullin says the hunger strike claims are exaggerated.
There was only a handful of individuals that was refusing to eat because they want their ethnic group or their ethnic right food. Well, they can go back to their country and get whatever food they want. The fact is, we're giving them the calories they want. This isn't Holiday Inn.
The threat to shut down some international travel has captured the attention of the travel industry, especially right before the World Cup.
We have people from around the world and around the country that need to be able to fly into all different kinds of places. We shouldn't shut down air travel in a state that doesn't agree with our politics.
And millions of foreign tourists are set to arrive next month as the games kick off. In New York, Caroline Elliott, Fox 61.
Police have now arrested a second person following a deadly crash last year. Lumeri LaClastra is charged with hindering prosecution and conspiracy to tamper with physical evidence. Back on December 15th, Wilfredo Rivera was killed and hit by a run driver. During the investigation, police say they discovered that driver, Jeffrey Kovic, intentionally hit the victim after a prior altercation between the two. At this time, investigators have not revealed how LaClastra played a role in that incident.
West Haven police say they arrested 3 girls and 2 of their parents after a series of fights today at West Haven High School. Just minutes ago, we received an email from police there identifying the parents as Stephanie Hernandez and Rainier Bamberg. All 5 were arrested and charged with breach of peace. Officers say the fights were bad enough to warrant a shelter-in-place order for the rest of the school. Officers say the girls were going after each other long enough that the parents eventually showed up and they got involved as well. Ultimately, no one was hurt. Police emphasize there were no weapons involved. They say the girls threw eggs at each other.
A Killingly man was arrested after telling police he vandalized his neighbor's mailbox because he, quote, does not like African Americans. According to state police, troopers were called to a home this past Monday on 2 separate occasions because of an incident involving Gregory Waterbury. Around 3:30 p.m., troopers responded to reports that Waterbury tore the door off of a neighbor's mailbox. Then they say a few hours after troopers left, Waterbury went back to that neighbor's home, called him a racial slur, and attempted to start a fight. Waterbury was arrested and charged with threatening. He's expected to be in court on June 8th.
And right now, people in Watertown are mourning the loss of town council member Michelle McHugh. The town announced her passing on social media yesterday. Along with her public service, Michelle also owned Hawk Ridge Winery. The town said the loss is being felt throughout the community by those who knew Michelle personally, worked alongside her, or simply experienced her kindness and generosity. Flags in the town will now be lowered in her honor.